Hey gorgeous, I'm delighted you stopped by. My name is Becky B. I am not a professional makeup artist, but I am a makeup enthusiast who loves playing with makeup. I love bright colors, and I love using my face to get to express those colors outside of just my clothes and accessories. So today we're going to start with my very favorite color, which is pink. And we're going to use one of my favorite palettes at the moment, which is the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions in Neon Pink. It's got 9 beautiful colors in a variety of shades, some mattes and some glitters. I wouldn't even call them shimmers, I would call them glitters. And they are just gorgeous, so we're going to dive right in. First step, as always for me at least, is primer. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I use it every single day. I have very oily skin and very oily eyelids as well, so just concealer does not cut it for me. Concealer is too much moisture. I really have to go in with the hard stuff, so I always use my primer potion. You can just whack it on anywhere. You really don't have to worry about getting it right because we're just going to rub it in with our finger. Alright, so I'm going to start with this one in the corner here. It's called Rose Matte, and it is more of an electric peach shade if you ask me. So I'm going to put that kind of on the first half of my eye. I love this palette because it is just so pink. So some things about me. I have 2 beautiful children named Sadie and Rosilli. They are both half Pomeranian. Sadie is Pomeranian Papillon mix and Rosilli is a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. And I rescued both of them and they are just the most beautiful things you've ever seen. So in the crease, I'm going to take this Lilac Matte. Now for a neon palette, it's looking a little dull right now, but don't worry, we will amp up the volume. I just want to lay down my colors first, kind of dip, pat, and then blend. And then we can build up our color to be truly astonishing. And for the outer corner, I'm going to take this and go into this hot fuchsia matte. We're going to put that on the outside. So I'm starting this channel not only for my love of makeup, but my husband kind of talked me into it. I think he wants to play producer and get to have all the toys. He was a music major in college, so he's obsessed with like microphones and headphones and recording equipment and all that jazz. So during the quarantine, which we are still experiencing by the way here where I live, I haven't been to my place of work in 4 months. We've been working from home, although we will be going back soon is the word. I live in the American Deep South, so cases of COVID-19 have not been going down, so we have been keeping in our house quite a bit. So this is just a new hobby to keep us entertained, and I think it'll be fun. Plus hey, anything to legitimize my obsession with makeup is probably a good move, right? Give me a reason to keep buying more. He can't say anything about it because it's for our YouTube channel. So now you can see that that is where we're starting to brighten up. Now we're going to go back in before we lay down any of these shimmery glittery shades. And when you're blending everything together, the first colors can kind of get lost. So I'm going to take that really bright peach, the rose one again. I'm just going to lay that back down and like blend it in with the crease and blend it in with now that bright corner color we got going on. And just give it a kind of more cohesive blend all around. How has the quarantine and such been where all of you are at? Has it been good or has it been just short, long, good, bad? I wouldn't say it's been bad exactly because I get to stay home with my dogs every day, which honestly I don't mind that much. But I am kind of a social person, so it's been really hard. And I haven't seen my mom and my sister since Christmas, which that's the longest we've ever been apart by far, and it sucks. Okay, and now we're gonna soften this line we've got going on with our purples. I'm gonna take this shade right here, it's called Violet Silver Shimmer, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. So when I dip into this, because it's like a glitter, it doesn't really come off very much. So it's just gonna be like a little bit to help us blend out that line, soften the line, but adding a big glittery shimmer to it at the same time. So it's not packed down. You don't get the color that's in the pan so much as, like, I guess it's kind of coming off as like blue glitter. But it is adding a shimmer and it is helping us diffuse that top line. And I am all about adding a little extra glitter wherever possible, so I ain't mad at it at all. Fun things about me. I love bright colors, as I've already mentioned, pink being number one, my favorite. But I also love sparkles and glitter and things that are just very attention grabbing and fun, make you smile when you see them. It's all about blending. You want to blend, blend, blend so that it looks like all your colors are just kind of growing in and out of each other instead of being slapped down. So now, since we've laid down all our colors, we can start adding some glitters and shimmers to the mix just for funsies. All right, so we're going to take that hot pink shimmer right here in the corner, and we're going to lay that over the hot pink matte that we already put down. So brushes, as we saw in the upper, if you use a brush, it's just going to pick up the glitter and not much of the pigment. So we're going to use our finger and go in on it, and look how pretty that is. So we're just going to pat that lightly down where we put our hot pink. And if it gets kind of like I'm doing kind of a terrible job and it's a little bit messy, but that's okay. That's why I always do my eyes first, because when you mess up, it's so much easier to take care of your little mistakes than if you put down your base first. So I used to put down my base first because it's the base. I mean, obviously, what else would you be putting down first? It's literally the word. But I found recently I much prefer doing my eyes first. That way, if I drip glitter kind of halfway down my face right there, I can just take one of these guys. I keep makeup wipes on my table handy. Whoop. And there we go. So wipe gently and all your mistakes are gone. Now, glitter has a tendency to stick, so you're just going to be a little bit sparkly, but that's what are we here for, really. All right, and now in my inner corner, I'm going to take this light pink shimmer. But instead of using my finger, I got this little tool at Sephora. I think it was like on clearance. It's got a silicone tip, and it picks up this stuff incredibly, as good as your finger would, but it's so much smaller that I find it easier to use than my finger to get right in the inner corner. I love to have a shimmery, sparkly inner corner. Even if I don't use like a glitter shade at all, I usually end up glitterifying my inner corner because it just brings so much light into your eye. And I take it up a little bit as well because it pulls the light down into your inner corner and really just makes your eye pop. So there's our finished eyeshadow look. So we're gonna lay a little bit of liner down on top. I am all about this liner. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Liner in Trooper Black. It really just is the best. It's got a bristle tip, which is my favorite. Before I had discovered this one, I was all about the felt tips. But then after this guy, bristle tip, have not looked back. And then I almost always do winged liner because I love the look of it and I love the drama of it. And when you're wearing huge eyeshadow and huge glasses, I'm a glasses wearer, so I like to go extra big in my eye look since we're going to cover most of it up anyway. I love a bold eye and a bold lip together, and I know that's like against the rules, but when you're putting glasses on your bright eyeshadow, I mean, you gotta put a bright eye on to really maintain that level of fun. You just kind of follow the shape your eye is already making. And then see? Can you see there's a little dot there? And that, for us today, is how long our liner is going to go out because I made a mistake. I kind of kept messing up and just having to add a little more. Sounds a little fuller than this side. But again, that's the beauty of wearing glasses. Just gonna put the glasses on. On my waterline, I'm gonna take this guy. This is part of the ColourPop Color Outside the Liner collection. These are literally the greatest waterline eyeliners ever. They do not come off, they do not budge, they will not run down your face at all. So some of them you can buy individually, some of them you can't, but I just bought the whole pack because I think they're that incredible. Brows, I got Precisely My Brow by Benefit. And I'm not like, I already have very significant eyebrows, so I tend to do my brows really, really lightly, just to give them more of a statement, although they make a pretty big statement on their own. I guess that looks fuller. A little more dramatic than this side. All right, I'll keep it. I'll do it. I'll do the other side. So this is actually the first brow product that I've ever used, and I love that it comes with the spoolie on the end already. And it just really like makes it, you can just do your little strokes, and then when you spoolie it out, it all just really comes together. It really makes it go from like, oh, you drew on your brows, to like, ooh, look at those brows. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. It's got a really big brush. So I notice it coats the lashes like boom, immediately. You don't need a lot of coats, and you don't even be careful though, because it's really black and it really comes off, doesn't it? So it goes on really fast with that really big brush, but we also saw it's not the most precise thing in the world. So I'm gonna throw a little extra primer on that spot, because primer is life if you have oily skin. I know some people don't put primer on their face. I always put primer on my face because if I don't, my makeup will slide off like instantly. There, all better. You can't even see it. And those are my eyes. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup really quickly, and then we'll get to lips. Okay, that's the face. So that brings us to lips. Today I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite liquid lipsticks. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Everlasting Glimmer Veil. They just stopped making these. I really wanted another one, but I kind of missed the boat. This is the shade Shockful. So it's a really big deal that I'm using this on you guys. So if this seems like it would be too much for you, but you are a glasses wearer, just remember. Ta-da! So that's the finished look. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. If there's anything specific you'd like to see, please leave it in the comment box below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!